Surprise! Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to Evolution of Pro Wrestling. I'm your host, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
MJ, the Whiz Kid of Pro Wrestling.
As you can see, we coming on live today. We had for surprise. Not many people knew we were going to come in live, but there's a reason for that. Several days ago, I'm going to share this with the public. Several days ago, my uncle, his name is Julio Garcia, he passed away this past Sunday, and he was a huge wrestling fan back then. He loved AAA wrestling, he loved Spanish wrestling, and next week is his funeral on Thursday, so we didn't want to do the show then. We wanted to do it now because that's what he wanted us to do. So we are going to have a small moment of silence in his memory. This will be in memory of him, this show. And we're just going to do fun. We're going to have fun today. Like it should be. Okay. Sorry about that, fans. Excuse me.
You want to get you some water?
No, I'm good. All right, here we go. Well, wrestling talk now, just like we do best. The Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling, Lewis.
And Jay, the Whiz Kid of Pro Wrestling.
And this is Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Welcome, wrestling fans. We hope you enjoy this show. We're actually going to make this special. We are not going to have a topic today. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome. Always a loyal fan. Welcome, my brother. Today, we are actually going to have nothing but wrestling news. All the news and all the week in wrestling, AEW, WWE, the pay-per-view Revolution. We are going to have it all. And when we're talking about AEW, as we're mentioning, we saw the debut of Jeff Nero Hardy, yes, William Regal, and Swerve Strickland. Oh my God. Three former WWE superstars now making their debut. And mind you, William Regal came to AEW. The first thing he did was slap Jon Moxley and smack Bryan Danielson. And then boom, an alliance was formed. Right? Jaden, what do you think of that alliance with those three?
That is crazy right there. Who would have thought we would have ever seen an alliance getting formed like that? And the fact that he's back makes the alliance extremely better. So this is absolutely insane on what happened in AEW over these past few days and past few weeks. So wow, I don't think anybody was expecting William Regal to come back to the wrestling business.
No, or at least absolutely not.
Nobody was expecting
absolutely
that.
not.
That caught everybody off guard.
That's what I'm saying. That when you see something like that, and the way he came in,
it was
Revolution was amazing. Revolution was amazing, especially the match with CM Punk and MJF.
That was a great match.
Was a bloody mess.
Oh my God.
These two fought in a dog collar match. Brutal chain, and they were bloody as hell. No, that was funny though. That was funny the way Jeff Hardy came in. He danced like this while his brother's getting beat down in the ring.
He did do that.
Like, what are you doing? Your brother's getting beat down in the ring.
Whooped in the ring, and you're dancing,
and you and you're dancing. But yeah, he made it. The fans loved it.
They did love it.
Right, Russell Jackson, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us on this occasion.
They did love it. They did love it.
That was funny. But the point is that the reaction that came was amazing. It was amazing that what the fans gave him, especially with William Regal, that pop was amazing.
It's pretty awesome, right? It is pretty.
It was awesome. It's definitely pretty awesome.
Saved his brother, right? Yeah, Jeff Hardy. Oh my God, that's crazy.
No, that's definitely crazy.
Jeff Hardy did his dance on the way to the ring. That's really awesome, man.
No, but it was cool though. It was cool, and now to me, it seems like AEW is becoming the top company around now. So what do you think WWE is going to do? Because word has it that they want Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania. And hi, honey, it's my lovely wife and producer, Yesenia. Thank you for joining us. You're the stepmom. And for this, for this type of topic, when it comes to Cody Rhodes, they want to bring him for Mania, supposedly for Seth Rollins, because apparently Seth Rollins has silenced all his social media because they lost a tag team title opportunity, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins,
right.
And he pretty much doesn't know what he's going to do for WrestleMania. So, do you think that's going to happen, that he's going to come at WrestleMania?
Well,
and so, what type of match do you think that's going to be?
Well, there is a big possibility that he can come at WrestleMania, but there's also a big possibility that he can come before WrestleMania. If it depends on what they're trying to do. If they want to try to make a rivalry with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, then my suggestion is to bring him in before WrestleMania. But if they want like a really big pop for Cody Rhodes' return, then WrestleMania would be the best thing to do at that time. So, match-wise, I feel like with those two guys, they have enough experience to put on just a regular.
But Jeff, that's what I'm saying. With that one, if he does come back, maybe they'll see him a different way, because now he can tear the house down. He has more experience in that main event caliber.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like when he first came to WWE, he was a tag team person. Barely, he wore the Intercontinental title for a little while. But his most specialty was tag teams. But right. Now that he, just like with Drew McIntyre got fired. He went around the world. He did wrestling, went from company to company. He got big, came back a different person, more aggressive and more hungry. And that's probably what they see in Cody Rhodes. You never know. But it would be awesome to see him at WrestleMania taking on Seth Rollins, because that would be a dream match itself with those two athletes, because it would be an amazing matchup. 100%. And what's crazy, that's even going to be more amazing, that the Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, is going to be at WrestleMania on the KO show. Jaden, what do you think is going to happen when this Rattlesnake goes to Mania in Texas?
There's gonna be a Stone Cold stunner. That's all I gotta say. Stone Cold will never leave the arena without Stone Cold stunning somebody, man.
Listen, I would have loved to see the match. The match would have been awesome to see, but apparently Stone Cold doesn't want to do the match. He just wants to do a segment. Whatever.
Either way, though, it's really cool to see Stone Cold coming back into a ring, even if it's like a little segment, because we all know Stone Cold is not gonna go into the ring and just walk out like a normal person. Stone Cold is gonna get that stunner off.
Hey, James, welcome, brother, welcome.
So that's what I'm saying. It's still gonna be a good little segment, even if he doesn't wrestle a match. So that's why I'm not really too disappointed in it, because Stone Cold is one of those type of guys that can put on a show without even going in a match.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what makes Stone Cold.
Exactly.
Because he is the Rattlesnake, and the Rattlesnake can strike at any time. Ben, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Wrestling fans, welcome to Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Today, it's going to be a very special show. It's a very unique show. We are doing nothing but wrestling talk. No topics. Straight up top news. We're going to talk about whatever the week in wrestling, and whatever you guys want to talk about, bring it on. We will talk about it. We'll continue. And when we're talking about big news, here's one big news, that finally Big Van Vader is being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And word has it that Sid Vicious is also a part of that caliber that is probably going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Daniel, welcome, brother, welcome. That's unique. It was about time they put Vader in the Hall of Fame. The fastest big man ever.
Of course.
Like, he was able to move.
He can move.
Really, really move. Right? He did moonsaults off the top.
Yeah, that was wow.
Like, he was good.
He was really good.
And he deserved it. Yes. He deserved it. The battles he had. The battles he had was sing. Now the question is, who would induct him into the Hall of Fame?
Who do you think should induct him?
I think Sting. Me personally, Sting, but since he's in he's in AEW.
Vader. I think Foley should induct Vader too.
Well, yeah. Well, those two had a rivalry going.
Jaden, have you had the chance to check out WWE 2K22?
No, we haven't got it yet. We're gonna get it soon. We're gonna get that game shortly. 2K22. And when we do, I'm gonna kick his butt.
I seen a little bit of
Jim
game
Cornette might be one of them, but if you really wanna talk about somebody to do it, hey Brian, what's going on, brother? Welcome. if you really want somebody to do it, I personally would probably say Stan Hansen, because those two wrestled in Japan for many, many years. But maybe not.
Guys, it's a lot of fun. My advice: you both play the tutorial. For sure.
No, we definitely play the tutorial, man, because I got to get my skills back up. You know what I'm saying? No, but that's amazing that he's finally inducted in the Hall of Fame. And it will be amazing too for Sid Vicious, and word around, one of our experts, Christopher Brown, had mentioned possibly the Steiner brothers might be inducted in the Hall of Fame too, this would be a hell of a class of the WWE for Hall of Fame 2022.
Just button smash. Just button smash.
Button smash.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I do that sometimes.
That's fun. I used to do that a lot too. And speaking of games, apparently Rey Mysterio is featured in show mode. In showcase mode, that he is all about him, all about Rey Mysterio. So I'm actually
pretty interesting.
I'm actually interested in getting this. What facts? What
he was speaking a foreign language. He was speaking Brianese.
How is Miss Elizabeth in it? Is Miss Elizabeth in this game?
And she is, really?
Oh, speaking of the game, guys, we do have an announcement. Friday that we debuted, we didn't really get much of a viewership show.
Well, you understand, Friday is like wrestling,
it's wrestling
day,
and other stuff. So
it
will be moved to Sundays at 5 p.m. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. The Twitch channel, he'll be playing video games. Mark my words, we will get that video game and we're gonna have fun with it. Trust me.
Like I said,
Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero at Starrcade 1996. Yeah, that match is on there.
Really?
Oh man, we definitely got to get that game, Jay. For sure, we got to get that game.
She's not. I was referring to the fact that she's not in the Hall of Fame.
No, she's not.
In the I feel like she deserves.
She deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. She's the first lady of wrestling.
I was about to say,
I don't understand why she's not in the Hall of Fame. That makes no sense.
She has all right to be in that Hall of Fame.
No.
I'm surprised that wasn't one of the first people they put into the Hall of Fame.
No, she definitely.
That's still crazy.
I'll come play with you guys.
I can play with you guys.
Oh man, it's gonna be a lot of fun, that game. Yeah. We're definitely gonna buy the game for sure,
like
guarantee
it. For those who weren't there Friday, I was showing off a whole bunch of my games. So if you tune in Sunday, you'll see again the games that I do have, and we'll go from there.
Yep. Well, let's see.
I still gotta finish my wrestling match that I did on Friday because I didn't get to finish it. I was playing WWE 2K20 and
yeah,
it was a crazy match that I was having. I was having an 8-man ladder.
He's gonna go into the Twitch account is gonna be 1 hour. He will be on every Sunday for 1 hour.
Depends if we're having a really good.
Having a good time. If you guys like it, we extend it. You know what I'm saying? You make us enough, we're kind of refuse.
Roman has the highest rating in the game. I kind of figured that.
Listen, regardless of the fact of what people say about Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns is WWE's crown jewel right now, without a shadow of a doubt. There's no denying that, and he's the best thing going right now for WWE. Listen, that promo alone he did on SmackDown last time is
something in my eye.
He was amazing. You know what I mean? And he finally knows what the hell he's doing.
Roman has I really do think Roman is the perfect guy to have it. Lou, what's your most favorite like all-time favorite match of all time? What's your favorite match of all time?
You talk about in video game or in actual wrestling?
I'm pretty sure. I think he's talking about wrestling. Roman is the face of the company.
Absolutely.
Well, he's the heel in the company, but he's the face of the company. Yeah, he's the face of the company.
And especially now, if they do a unification title match and Roman wins this, he goes to both shows. You know how many people are going to be tuned in to both shows?
Actual wrestling. What's your favorite match in actual wrestling?
Wow.
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one, man. You put me on the spot, bro.
That is a hard one.
That's a very hard question, but I would actually have to say, again, and I will say it over and over and over, to me, the best match of all
Oh,
time
I think I know which match you're going.
is Macho Man Randy Savage
Ricky
against Ricky the
Steamboat.
Dragon Steamboat at WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
What WrestleMania
I'm
was
sorry.
that? WrestleMania
3. WrestleMania 3.
Okay,
I'm
three.
sorry. I have yet to see a match in that type of caliber.
Oh,
The
I
closest
have.
one we had, the closest one to me, Taker and Shawn.
I'm about to say.
That's
you
it.
cannot forget that one. I'm about to say, okay.
No more split shows if that happens. It shouldn't be. Just
more
put
split
it in one
shows.
roster,
Right,
man.
they
Just
should,
put it in one
right?
roster.
That's what I'm
Right
saying.
now would be the best time for an invasion.
I couldn't agree more. Well, my favorite match
To me,
so far.
that's just my opinion.
Mine's is Undertaker
Because
and
that
Shawn.
match set the or Ric Flair. Yeah, exactly. Or Steamboat and Flair.
Steamboat and
those two athletes set the bar. Yeah, no, of course, Shawn and Taker, they stole the show, man. They like
Taker versus Taker and Shawn is mine too.
Listen,
Taker and
those
Shawn
two
is mine.
set the standard for
What about
so
you?
much.
Yeah, mine's too. Taker and Shawn is my favorite match of all time.
Listen, Ricky
That match
Steamboat
was
and Ric
awesome.
Flair had an amazing rivalry. And when you talk about a rivalry, we talk about AEW Revolution. We mentioned CM Punk and MJF.
He was underrated by
CM Punk apparently has thrown some jabs at Goldberg.
Goldberg.
That
Whoa.
apparently that there
Whoa.
was some things, there were title matches that Saudi Arabia should be having Bret Hart instead of Goldberg because Goldberg ended his career. It was a lot of
He was throwing
shots at Goldberg.
He was going
like apparently
in with
the
those.
old CM Punk is back.
Apparently.
And listen, AEW is like at the top of their caliber right now, man.
AEW is not pulling any of their punches
No,
right now. man.
and they doing well.
AEW is
They
going
doing
full throttle with what they're doing right now.
I'm very anxious to see what they're gonna do with this Ring of Honor. Hello, Nancy. How'd you doing? How'd you doing?
Hey, grandma.
As we mentioned, guys, thank you for joining us on
Punk's
this
turning
special
heel? I think
special day, special show, a special tribute show.
Yep.
Please feel free to share our content,
Look at what
share,
Sting
like,
is
and
doing
comment.
at his age.
Bring everybody in. 62 going on tables.
Not everybody
Throwing himself through
That's what I'm
tables.
saying. Not everybody's built like that though. Sting is built different, so he can do that.
Oh yeah,
Sting
no,
built
Sting
different,
Sting
so
knows.
he can do
Sting
that.
knows how to land. Sting is a
That's what I'm
professional.
saying. He's a veteran in the ring.
I don't think I've ever seen Sting ever get hurt except when he fought Seth Rollins.
I've never seen Sting get hurt once.
That was it.
Ever. I've never seen Sting get hurt.
That was it. And when you,
Briscoes versus Hardy family. That would be
crazy.
awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would be one right there.
And
Now that the
I
Hardy
got a
Boys
question
are
for you
AEW
guys though.
too.
You know, not to shoot off of this, but speaking of superstars, what the hell happened to Elias and Veer Mahan?
I forgot Elias was even in the WWE.
What is going on with these two? They've been mentioning from Veer, he's gonna debut. He's gonna debut. So what's going on? What's happened?
HBK and Kurt Angle. That one was really good too. Have you guys ever seen Umaga versus Okada New Japan?
Oh man, Ryan. Oh
Elias.
man, you mentioned a match.
Veer's coming.
Oh man, damn, we just jumping back and forth, man. I don't know what you want to go to. Like, that match, instant classic. That's why I was hoping that WWE would
Eddie
have did
versus
business.
Angle at Mania.
Would have did business with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I also like Mick Foley versus Randy Orton. I forgot where they.
That was
fought
at Backlash. That hardcore
Yes,
match.
the hardcore match. That one was crazy, man.
To me, you know what else was a good technical match? You've never seen it, but I'm sure the fans have seen it. It was in ECW. I think it was either ECW, WCW. Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero. That match was so technical. Moves all over the place. Yeah, Brian, he mentioned that. Kenny Omega mentioned that in his interview because of what happened, because of the injury. It was a hell of a match. Walter versus
Eddie versus Dean
Whoa.
in ECW.
Yes, that match was amazing. Amazing match. Like, the moves they were doing, like they were jumping off the ropes and spinning and turning and hurricane. I'm like, yo, this match is crazy. Like, it was good
Goodness.
to see that match instead of seeing more than Extreme. You know what I mean? But it was a crazy match. You know what I mean? And the crazy match also that happened was a long time ago. A couple of weeks ago when Finn Balor beat Damian Priest for the United States title. Damian Priest is still not taking it well because this past Monday night he attacked Finn Balor again. Tell me what you think of this new character of Damian Priest with this heel turn, Jaden.
Ow. Well, you know, honestly, it's really unique seeing Damian Priest as a heel because, you know, it's like he's one of those characters, honestly, that you gotta make him the perfect heel. You mess up the ball with him one time and that's it. You have to make one of those type of guys is you basically gotta keep him with one character, and the fact that he's a heel, I feel like that plays perfect, especially with Finn Balor. So,
well, look,
kudos to him.
Daniel says he's better as a heel.
Exactly,
yes.
Kudos to him.
He definitely
for that.
is better as a heel.
He is a great heel.
It brings it out of him.
I'm about to say, it brings that attitude out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it shows what he can do.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? And now that
Walter versus Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne. That match was amazing. Those two were brutal. Like they really like these New England fighters, like they fight like
punching each other for real.
Look at Sheamus Irish dude. Look at the punch, man.
Right.
Look at it. The Demon versus new Damian Priest at Mania. That would be a bad match.
That would be really
amazing.
What kind of match though? Would it be like, you know, regular one fall?
I would put a hardcore.
I was thinking
or Falls Count Anywhere match.
I would prefer
and it would be a dark match.
Hardcore.
But when you talk about dark match, Edge was on Monday Night Raw, and
isn't Edge heel?
He embraced the darkness. He embraced the darkness.
Edge embraced the darkness.
Like he is now ready to go after AJ Styles. Yes, William Regal was definitely a legit badass. He at one point him and Goldberg got into an actual fist fight in the ring. He didn't want to put Goldberg over. And he kept fighting, and Goldberg eventually just took him and manhandled him.
Yeah,
you know? It was bad. It was bad, but Regal held his own. Regal held his own though. Man. Brian says CM Punk and Samoa Joe had a hell of a feud. Yes, they did. I remember that.
Roman Reigns, and I feel like one of the closest feuds that came good in this new generation had to be Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
they had a good feud.
Well, James says we are going to get a heaven versus hell type of story with Balor and Priest.
That would be awesome.
That would be
battle
awesome.
Between light and dark. That would be really cool.
Those two, listen.
That would be really cool.
This is what WWE needs to do. They need to bring out these young athletes, even if it's mid card. People are interested in these mid card matches. Remember, that's how WCW. See that I was just about to mention that Dolph Ziggler went down to NXT and won the NXT heavyweight title. Good job.
I guess.
But
good job.
For going from a former heavyweight champion
to being an NXT
champion.
That's a major downgrade.
That means that the ratings need to be going down if he went to NXT. But that may be a blessing. You know, maybe they'll tune in more for NXT. You know what I mean? Because Dolph Ziggler is a great athlete.
And
he's a great superstar.
That's what is also making me mad about, that they don't give this new generation shine. Like how this is the way it's supposed to go.
Yes, we were just, which brings us to that. Breaker is going to be on the main roster along with Gabe Stevenson. Those two are finally going to be in the main roster from NXT. So who knows? Maybe that's why they brought Dolph down, you know, to boost the ratings up.
Ziggler is too good to get rid of. I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
Notice how he's never been cut, not once.
No, because he's a hell of an athlete. He takes his job seriously. He does. No matter what he has to do, no matter how he gets demoted, no matter
long as he's
listen, I'm not gonna lie. Him and Bobby Roode, that's a great combination. Those two, like they can actually go far in professional wrestling as tag team. But
the man's getting a check. He'll do anything for that, man.
Hey,
he making the money.
He's making that good money.
He's making that cash.
He's making that cheddar.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And not even just that. Dolph Ziggler is a really good wrestler.
He's a good professional.
He's a really good wrestler.
If he was man enough to put Goldberg over, or excuse me, like Jeff says, Oldberg.
Oldberg.
Yes, he is the Shawn of new generation. Of course. And You see, when you mention championships, this past Monday, RK Bro has regained the tag team titles.
I don't care what anybody says. RK Bro is awesome, man. Listen, I like them so much.
I thought they were going to turn Riddle heel, and then that would have been the match at WrestleMania.
I really
But I guess it wasn't going to happen.
Honestly,
so
I can never see Matt Riddle as a heel.
I could.
I can.
I definitely could.
All right. We're about to do something that we haven't done in a while. Debate with me right now.
Okay.
Well, why do you think he should be? Why do you think he looks good as a heel?
Listen, because eventually, in professional wrestling, certain things get played out. It's gonna get played out eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, fans will love it. Fans still love it, but when a person turns heel, it goes crazy. And I'm gonna bring an example to you. In a fatal 4-way match for the Universal title, the vacant Universal title, I believe it was Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, right? Nobody knew where Triple H was. Mm-hmm. And then out of nowhere, Roman Reigns comes back and pedigrees Roman Reigns, gets rid of Cesaro, then he takes Seth Rollins into the ring. Exactly, it's already overplayed. He takes Seth Rollins into the ring. He looks at Kevin Owens ready to pedigree him. He picks him up, turns around and pedigrees Seth Rollins instead. The person he thought that was going to help him, he turned on him as a heel and then helped Kevin Owens to win the Universal title.
You do got a valid point, but I still got.
See, look at that. Lewis is right. Riddle will be one to turn.
I still disagree.
Come on,
I cannot see.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna tell you why. I cannot see Matt Riddle as a heel. It does not matter.
That's
if
impossible.
But it does not matter if it's overplayed. It doesn't matter if that happens. What you gotta understand.
It's just like the New Day got overplayed.
But what you gotta understand, and none of the New Day are heels. None of the New Day turned heel. That's what I'm saying. This is just like the New Day situation. You're just proving my point even more. The New Day, each of the New Day members had a chance to be heel. Big E could have turned heel, Kofi could have turned heel, and Xavier Woods could have turned heel, but none of them turned heel because heel is not for everyone. Obviously, we expected Big E to turn heel.
All right.
Roman Reigns,
in other words, Brian, you're agreeing with Jaden. Orton is more believable as a heel.
Exactly. Matt Riddle, even if his bro is overplayed, WWE.
Well, we need a new gimmick. Give him
that's what I'm saying. I can give them credit for that because they always have something.
I'm over it.
They always have a backup. That's what I do give credit.
And like Brian said, right? Okay, so you got a point.
That's what I'm saying. I could give.
So you want this debate?
I could give them credit for that. WWE always has a backup. It's not always a good backup plan, but they always have some type of backup plan for their wrestlers and their gimmicks.
Now, when you talk about a backup plan, because remember that interview with Vince McMahon and Pat McAfee? Mm-hmm. So he said he can have a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's Austin Theory. In your personal opinion, fans, what do you think about this match at WrestleMania? And while you're thinking of that, please feel free to share our content all over social media. Share, like, and comment. Bring everybody into professional. We're talking about all professional wrestling news all over the world.
So ridiculous.
Tell us your thoughts about that match, Jaden. What do you think?
It is so ridiculous. We're talking about Vince McMahon and
Pat McAfee. The ring commentator.
Okay.
It's going to be Austin Theory. He's going to be taking on Pat McAfee. How do you think that's going to work?
Austin Theory.
How do you think that's going to go down?
Listen, I don't even know how long they plan on making this match. Like, this sounds absolutely ridiculous.
So James thinks he's going to Michael Cole is going to help him win.
Honestly, that is honestly a weird way of thinking, but I really don't know. This one got me starstruck right there.
Daniel, Austin Theory will future endeavor within 5 years.
I really have no idea.
It's interesting, but not for Mania. Absolutely.
Not for Mania. Yeah, I feel like
absolutely.
Honestly, I feel like that's a mid card match. Like that's not even
worth a mid card match. It's a pre-show match.
I don't even think it's worth that either.
WWE is killing me softly.
I don't even think it's worth a pre-show match either. I think that's more like a dark match type. I don't even think it belongs there either.
Listen, it doesn't belong there.
It doesn't belong anywhere. Pat can go. You really, like, what do you mean? Like, he can go, like, out or, like, can wrestle?
Listen, I like his commentary. He hypes it up. With the commentary.
Pat McAfee's commentary is amazing.
He can hang. No, he can do it in the ring. Mac can hang in the ring.
Okay. Oh,
That's what we call a bathroom break. Yeah,
he can.
But not for nothing. Pat McAfee could handle himself.
He could. Okay.
You know, he was in several matches. You know, he was in several matches in NXT.
Network special. Bathroom break match. For real.
Yeah, no, definitely a bathroom break. But
bathroom break match.
Listen, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And listen, not for nothing.
I still can't see it.
Austin Theory has the potential to be a great superstar in the WWE. If they use him directly. If they use him correctly.
I mean, but I feel like it's a little too late.
He's got the gift of gab. Yep.
Don't you feel like...
Weirdest guys in the room. How you doing?
Oh my god.
Now
Vince turns on Theory just a theory. Oh, Theory, see, get it? Theory. I see what you did there.
It's possible.
It is possible. It's possible.
Another thing that they mentioned WWE is possible that a new documentary is premiering March 24th called WWE Evil. We're not too sure what it is. Apparently they had several interviews with Hulk Hogan and many other superstars. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm definitely going to tune in on Peacock. I'm going to see what it's about. Theory can be another John Cena. Well, maybe. Yes, he can be.
If they do it, book him what right. John Cena are you talking about?
The Dr. fucking Ox.
That I can see, yes. But all this hustle, loyalty, respect.
No.
Or you can make him in a Taskmaster.
No, there ain't no Taskmaster. Put him in the John Cena mode. Ain't no Taskmaster. That's not happening.
Oh my god, that is too funny, man.
No. So
that is too funny.
With John Cena as the host, yes, as John Cena, he's gonna narrate. He's gonna narrate this documentary.
This sounds something.
So definitely something I'm gonna watch.
This sounds something like the Dark Side of the Ring. Like
I don't know.
It could be something like that, like something like a little bit of the Dark Side of the Ring type of thing, like. Excuse me. Yeah, that really does give me that kind of... It's going to be an interesting... That just give me that kind of vibe,
It's going to be an interesting... it's going to be an interesting...
Maybe it does have to do with heels. I think it also has to do with, probably, since we already got the Dark Side of the Ring, I don't think they're going to really touch base on, personal issues. I just feel like they're probably going to go with, backstage problems, everybody that had, some type of beef with each other, things like that, how it transpired.
Yes.
Or it could just be heels, too.
Richie Rogers, you're absolutely right about that. There are definitely rumors that Cody will, but the negotiations right now it's back and forth. Cody wants something, they want something. So it's just going. It would be awesome to see that match at Mania. Because, like I said, the best match right now on WrestleMania is AJ Styles and Edge.
I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait to see that.
Theory reminds me of early days Kurt Hennig, AEW. Yes, he can. Listen, the man got talent, man. But they got to use him right.
That's what I'm saying.
He has amazing talent.
There's a lot of wrestlers that have really good potential of being a star character in the business.
All heels in the company, like when Hogan turned. Woof. I think they interviewed all those people who turned. And to me, when Hogan turned, again, that was the moment wrestling changed forever. Everything changed from there.
The moment wrestling became
everything will change forever.
That was the moment wrestling became something
completely
absolutely different.
I'm whoa.
I mean, like everybody says too.
When Hulk Hogan turned heel at Bash at the Beach, I was like, oh my god. What just happened? And I was that was the biggest Hulk Hogan. Ramen, what's going on, brother? Welcome, man. Welcome. This is that's my compi, my brother, my friend. That's my friend, my boy, man, my family. Raymond, welcome, bro. He's thank you for joining us. Go bang! Can you text Kevin, please? I'm so sorry. He tried to call us and I couldn't take it as we're doing the show. Then welcome though, brother. Welcome. Vince wants him to come to Raw in Jacksonville to challenge Seth from what I read. I hope so.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, that makes the most sense.
Well, Brian says, I like the fact that Cody has been more quiet about his next move. He's probably reading all the rumors with his feet up, waiting to make his next move.
Right.
Which is awesome because it's keeping everybody in suspense. You know what I mean? And
that's what I'm saying. I feel like the best time to pull the trigger with Cody Rhodes is before WrestleMania to get something started with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes.
Of course, Ray.
Ray,
you used to be a wrestling fan. You know the old school, some old school guys. You know, give us some old school. See, do you smell what the Rock is cooking? See,
you like smell what the Rock is cooking.
You like the Rock, and yes, Jeff, you're absolutely right. No bigger heel turn than Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, nobody. That heel turn.
I feel like they were better heels, but that heel turn changed it though.
That changed everything. And the reason why, because nobody would ever have thought
he was the biggest baby face.
Of course,
he was the biggest baby face. Nobody expected a baby face like
wrestling.
Hulk Hogan to turn a bad guy.
When he turned in the yellow and red for the black and white,
nobody expected that. Everybody was shell shocked when
people threw garbage in the ring. Like nobody ever.
Mad people were.
But it caught attention.
I beg to differ.
Okay, give us your opinion. What is it you beg to differ? Tell us about that.
Yeah.
You know listen. Tell me what was the better heel turn?
I'm in a lot of anime discords now, so I like debating. So debate away because I really want to hear what you gotta say.
No, definitely, man. Like let us know.
I want to debate.
Vince McMahon at Survivor Series 1997.
Now, what do you think made that such a good heel turn? What do you think made it better than Hogan's heel turn? Well, we're gonna
Hulkster Mania was the shit. Hell yeah,
it would have been
Hulkamania, bro.
It would have been huge if anybody else would have turned on WCW.
Exactly. That's where it goes. That's what started the Monday Night Wars. Exactly. Yep. There would have been there's no better heel turn than that because that's what created the Monday Night Wars. If you would have put Lex Luger or you would have put Macho Man or Sting, it would have no disrespect to them. It would not have been as important if it wasn't Hulk Hogan.
Different era. Any era counts. Any era counts.
I'm sorry.
You just think whatever is the best heel turn in your opinion.
Like it was amazing. It was an amazing heel turn, and I
gotta agree too, but I don't feel like Hulk Hogan changed the face for heel turns, but I personally either don't think that he had the best heel turn either.
No,
he had a big one.
Changed wrestling.
But I don't think his.
So
was the
who
best.
do you think had the best?
I think Sergeant Slaughter had the best heel turn.
Really?
I really think he had the best heel turn.
And why is that?
Because it came to the point where people literally hated him so much that people were sending threats to his family. You know, he was wearing a whole nother. He wasn't representing his country anymore. And he really made it. He made that character pop, knowing the risks that was going to be behind that. That really changed the aspect of how good a person can play a heel and how bad a person can play a heel. Because, like I said, people were literally threatening, not even Sergeant Slaughter himself, they were threatening his family as well. So I personally think he had the best heel turn. His family went into protection. That's what I'm saying.
Of course, his family definitely went into protection. Okay, listen to what Brian says.
Red and yellow was getting
Hogan heel turn bought him another 20 years in the business because he was ready to retire.
He was ready to retire.
And here's another one. Don't forget Andre turning heel in 1987. That also was shocking when he turned on Hulk Hogan. He turned on Hulk Hogan at Piper's Pit when there was Jesse the Body Ventura, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper. Then Bobby the Brain Heenan and Andre the Giant came in. He took his shirt. He says, I came here for one reason.
Jaden.
You remember him? You remember Ray, right?
Of course I did.
Yeah, he's big, man. He's huge.
Of course I did.
That heel turn where he ripped his shirt up and boom.
He ripped his chain. He ripped the chain from his neck.
Yeah. And he made him bleed. He scratched his chest with his nail.
Bleeding from the chest.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ripped the cross off and everything.
The cross off his
neck. That was a heel turn right there. Like, oh, man. Most forget Hogan was a heel pre-Hulkamania. Larry Z was totally out of nowhere. Yeah, I remember when Hulk Hogan was a heel.
I feel like Shawn Michaels had a good heel turn.
He didn't master that heel character like he did in the NWO.
I feel like Shawn Michaels didn't have a bad one either. When Shawn Michaels turned on Marty Jannetty, that wasn't a bad heel turn. Oh, man.
Larry turning on Bruno was the most shocking. That one was awesome, man. Larry Sabisco. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really hard to debate things like that because there was a lot of shocking heel turns that no one expected. Listen,
see, that's what I'm saying. You got different categories. That's what I'm saying. There's different ways, different eras of when they heel turn. Like example, in the golden era, 1987, Sergeant Slaughter, Andre the Giant turned heel, 1987. Mm-hmm. Then in 1991, Sergeant Slaughter turned heel. Boom, boom, boom. He got the threats. He became back to a good guy. Then 1996, Hulk Hogan turned heel. Different eras. Still, that was the golden era.
The Bullet
then
Club
you had
on Elite.
Then it was mid-Attitude 1992 with Sergeant Slaughter. Then the Attitude Era with Hulk Hogan. That on the other side, Nikita Koloff turning babyface and teaming with Dusty Rhodes after Magnum TA. Wow. I remember that. I remember also when he had that feud with Sting, and him and Sting actually patched things up and joined that War Games, which was amazing. An amazing match.
Austin at 17.
Excuse me. It was an amazing match. Scott Steiner turned on his brother Rick to join the NWO. I remember that. And nobody suspected that because he was pure WCW. He was pure WCW. You know what I mean? But in this day and age now, do you guys like the heels that we got in WWE or in AEW?
I feel like the heels died like
to me, MJF is a hell of a heel.
It depends.
A hell of a heel. So is Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is a good heel, but it's kind of different now because we know. I know the heel thing is fake. Like at the time, I didn't know like it was the difference between good guy and bad guy. So it's like it's cool to think that they're heels, but it's also like knowing that the kayfabe is a thing or that the kayfabe was exposed. Now it's not like as fun.
Yeah, Miz is annoying as hell, man.
Miz was a great heel.
He still is. He still is.
Miz is a great heel.
I would love to see him and MJF battle.
I feel like Seth Rollins was a good heel too.
Oh,
Seth Rollins owned that heel. When he first turned on the Shield and joined the Authority.
Oh yeah.
Seth Rollins,
the Architect. He called himself the Architect.
Yes.
He called himself the Architect, and
I feel like that was
he owned that character.
He did own that. He still does. He owns any character that they give him.
Of course, they need to give the Miz the title back, and that would be a perfect fit for him to be Ricochet.
Honestly, at this point, that's like Miz's title right there. I feel like Miz is the guy who's probably won the IC title the most out of everybody in the entire roster. That's basically.
Jeff says nothing. David Arquette is relevant. He says Miz is annoying big time. So MJF and Roman are the best heels going current. Absolutely.
Jericho is better as a heel. Agreed. I think that's what you're talking about, right? Chris Jericho?
No. MJF.
MJF. You're talking about MJF.
He's the loudmouth. Loudmouth of AEW. Just like The Miz. Undertaker turned on Jake the Snake, turning face. I remember that. When Macho Man, had just beat Jake the Snake Roberts, and Jake the Snake Roberts went to the back and said, he was gonna hit him with a chair. Right when he was gonna swing, the Undertaker grabbed the chair and stopped him. And then Macho Man hit Jake the Snake with a chair, and that's when the Undertaker.
I forgot which one happened. I forgot which one it was, but I'm pretty sure there was another one where Matt Hardy turned on Jeff Hardy.
Yes,
that was
he cost them the WWE
between two
title.
brothers. That was insane.
That was a
rivalry
man.
I would have never expected. Two brothers having a rivalry. That's crazy.
Well, you mentioned Jeff Hardy. What do you think Jeff Hardy is going to do in AEW?
What do I think he's going to do?
Especially now that Jeff Hardy, he was happy. Matt Hardy was happy that he reunited with his brother.
Well,
gave him a big hug and what do you think about that?
It made really. Honestly, I'm happy for him because, for the people that don't know, Jeff Hardy got cleared negative for a drug test, which means he had no drugs in his body.
Brother Nero. Yep.
He's doing good. He's healthy, as what we know so far. So for him to be in AEW, getting some shine, rejoining with his brother, that's really awesome to see right there. So I feel like, there's really going to be some big... Everybody in AEW has big things.
I'm anxious to see if Cesaro goes to AEW.
If Cesaro goes to AEW, it's it.
Cesaro needs to shine, and
WWE is done, man. I'm telling you, Cesaro could have been a main roster WrestleMania beast.
Oh, man.
But they didn't make him that. He could have been a main eventer at WrestleMania, but they didn't do it. He could have won the title so many times.
Oh man, Willow might show up.
Cesaro to New Japan, that would be good.
That would be cool.
That
would be good too. The New Japan Pro Wrestling, absolutely.
That would be cool.
Because that's what he can do. He can shine. He can get him. Oh man, that's Okada.
Woo. Anywhere else but WWE.
No, but that's Cesaro, the thing. He could build himself up just like everybody else, and they come back to WWE because that's what WWE does. They get this talent. They get this young talent. Yada yada yada. Then they let them go. They let them find themselves.
Because they don't know what to do with them. That's what I'm saying. They try running their characters. Like, maybe if you let the young people pick their characters and beat them, then you would get more publicity because the characters are being what they want to be. The point of WWE is the old generation. The new generation should always outshine the old generation. Every single generation that happened. That should have always been the case. But it's not. Because every single time the generations got higher, WWE just became more garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
At least in my opinion.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's
the writers. You got to get rid of these writers that you
gotta get rid of these writers.
You're losing fans. You're losing people. That you got to bring back legends in order for you to get ratings and to get people to watch. That makes no sense to me.
It doesn't, and I don't like that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Cesaro to Ring of Honor with the rebrand. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
The new generation should be on top right now, and that's another thing I like about AEW. They let their new generation get all the shine.
Listen,
and that's what I like.
Listen, I've been saying it for weeks. We've been saying it. The experts for weeks. You need to open that forbidden door.
I feel like it's gonna open sooner or later.
You know how much money, you know how much exciting it could be for wrestling fans all over the world.
Sooner or later, the forbidden door is gonna
open that forbidden door. Brian just mentioned it. AEW and WWE, it's Survivor Series. Cody for AEW.
They need to, man. Please.
Come on.
Invasion 2.0 2022. Please, Invasion. Please.
That would be a good match. Cody and Cesaro, that would be awesome,
a really,
really good match.
That would be awesome. Vince won't do it.
Listen, if Vince, when that day comes, which we're not hoping for anytime soon, when he goes, someone's gonna do it, and someone has to do it because you cannot let a multi-billion-dollar company that has risen from nothing, because they took a chance at WrestleMania 1. They took a chance at WrestleMania 1. They laid everything out on the line. Brought all the celebrities in. Muhammad Ali, Liberace, Mr. T.
They took a big chance.
A couple other people there. And next thing you know, they came to be this phenomenon company. Why? Because they broke all the rules. They took out all the territorial companies.
Let's think of AEW as like the modern
Scorpio Sky, baby, the new TNT champion. That's also a big accomplishment there, man. This is what I'm saying. AEW builds their stars.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like AEW is like the modern day WCW, exactly. Not even just that. I feel like it's the modern day old school WWE, when they didn't care about the rules, when they did what they wanted to do to bring the attention to the fans. There's no point of going on air or making these events if you're not going to get anybody
by Ted
there.
Turner? I don't recall that, James. That Ted Turner helping pay for WrestleMania 1? I don't know about that. Cody is set up to blow up for AEW around SummerSlam. Doors will be break open.
I hope Jeff Hardy and
so.
AEW, I would like to see the Hardy Boys invade WWE.
Ben says Billy Graham wrestled Hardy Race in a 2 out of 3 fall match when Graham was WWF champion and Race was the NWA champion. Bob Backlund wrestled Flair, and I believe Bockwinkel. No reason why they can't have cross-brand promotional matches. Exactly. Bring in promotional matches. I'm telling you, it will boost up your ratings. Luis Suro Rosa, hey guys, it's been a while since I watched you. Hey, welcome back, bro. It's definitely been a while.
It's been a little while.
Oh man, listen, guys, you need to open that door. I want to see it. Do you want to see it?
I want to see it.
Do you fans want to see it? We all want to see it, Vince McMahon. Stop being senile. Stop being a pain in the ass. And I know I don't care if you're listening or not. If you're listening, that's fine. If you're not, because we're a short show, that to you we're probably small potatoes. But still, if you're listening,
probably a little.
Come on, man. Do what the fans are telling you, man.
You're not gonna get ratings unless you listen to the fans, because WWE is not going anywhere but down right now.
Okay, so in your opinion, Jaden, of what you've seen so far in the matches of WrestleMania, how do you think this card is gonna be?
It's not good.
Alvin, I agree with you. Those gas prices, man.
Right. WrestleMania is gonna be doo-doo. WrestleMania is not going to be good, in my opinion. WrestleMania will not. I feel like there's only going to be one good match.
We're going to watch it.
There's only going to be one good match. I'm calling it. The rest of WrestleMania is not going to be good at all. I really don't think WrestleMania. This will probably be one of the first WrestleManias that I really will not enjoy.
Okay, Brian, you mentioned that. Sad to say that WCW was not mainstream as they should have been. They brought great talent to the table, but it wasn't it. Of course not, because at a certain point, after, the NWO was a great invention, great storyline, but they played it out with adding too many members. You would have stood with maybe 5 members, maybe 6. 6 is pushing it. Maybe 6 members. Then,
I don't think the Undertaker should come
no,
back.
Undertaker's not. Well, listen. Undertaker being involved in the WWE Hall of Fame, I guarantee you, if they don't do it, that would be bizarre. That the Undertaker is going to do something at WrestleMania. That's probably the highlight of the night.
What do you think he's going to do at WrestleMania? What role would he play in WrestleMania for any of these matches? There's only like one wrestler I could probably think of, and that's probably Edge.
Well,
other than that, I really can't think of any other match that Undertaker would interfere in.
We'll see.
I say that since him and Edge do have history. So
yes, that's true.
Other than that, I really don't know.
Well, Luis Rosado says, so talking about AEW, I just think it's a recycling company. One of the only former WWE superstars being hired by AEW. They should hire new talent from the independent scene and go from there. That's not a bad idea. But remember, the people that they're hiring in AEW are still household names.
Right.
That still get attention from the fans. The fans want to see them. Like Jeff and Nero. No matter what, they're older, but they still like that stuff.
Building up to Mania isn't exciting as it used to be. That's what I'm saying. I really don't get excited for Mania anymore.
I don't anymore. I think to me, the last time I got excited for WrestleMania was WrestleMania 30. No, I'm lying. WrestleMania 33. That was it. After that, I never got excited.
Yeah, everything went down after
and
that.
Everything went downhill. You didn't have like the way they did with WrestleMania 8 with the building up top with Hulk Hogan like this.
You didn't have the one with you didn't have the one with I forgot what WrestleMania that was. The Undertaker versus Triple H. Prior, they had the Hell in a Cell in the sky. You see Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee.
Everything, man. It's just
insane, man.
It's
really insane on how doo-doo WrestleMania is now. Like, WWE is going down.
WWE needs to make something fast.
They need to step it up.
And if not, it's just going to go downhill from there. And WrestleMania 28, of course. Yeah. WrestleMania 28 was a good one.
Absolutely.
Every
WrestleMania below 33, in my opinion, is good.
Yes.
After
WrestleMania 28 was an awesome card.
Absolutely.
And when you talk about WrestleMania, I go back to seeing certain WrestleManias. I see WrestleMania 7 sometimes when I see the match between Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior. Too many matches.
Yeah, I agree. We will see The Rock at Mania. Mm-hmm. Now, is Roman fighting at Mania?
Yes, he is.
Then he could possibly.
Are you serious? Did you just ask that question?
Listen,
have you not been paying attention?
Listen, this is how boring WrestleMania
Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar, title for title, winner takes all.
That's what I'm saying. Who wants to see that? Roman Reigns, I don't mind seeing him in a match, but who wants to see
probably to get rid of Brock Lesnar finally.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if they're planning to do that,
because they can't have him as double champion. I'm sorry, that would be the dumbest thing they can do.
But I don't think they'll have him as double champion. But I feel like Roman could possibly win that. See, The Rock wouldn't fit because Roman's the heel, and there's no way they would make The Rock save Brock Lesnar. That's just ridiculous.
No,
there's no way
I don't
they
think
would.
that's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think The Rock is.
What I think he probably is gonna do is come out at the end and challenge him to next year's WrestleMania.
Well, Roman still has the Usos by his side.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So possibly, okay, if you did, there could still be a chance. Maybe
Lewis, I absolutely agree. WWE has not been the same since the Attitude Era.
Absolutely not. I mean, I also like the Ruthless Aggression era, but those were my
Ruthless Aggression era was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Ruthless Aggression era was good until maybe 2010.
Agreed.
Maybe.
Yep, that's when it started going downhill.
Yeah.
And then that's when they went into this whole PG era.
Yeah.
And it went on downhill.
It was terrible.
Yep.
It was terrible. That's why AEW is TV 14.
Exactly. I'm glad.
And I love it. And I gotta watch me some more AEWs. I'm slacking.
Yeah.
I'm slacking on the wrestling. It's not the same. It's not the same like it was before.
It's not though.
It wasn't the same. It's like
not the same anymore. No, it's not the same.
But we'll see. You never know. You never know what can happen.
Oh,
so,
right.
But Jaden, what a wonderful show we had today. It was an awesome show, an awesome tribute. Thank you, wrestling fans, for coming in and making this special show, making it amazing. Our next 2 weeks, we will be having the trivia show. We will have 10 categories. We will be spinning it in the wheel of evolution, and we will be having awesome topics, awesome questions. Just when you think you have the answer. You okay?
Yeah, what he said. Go ahead.
We changed the questions.
Yeah, what he said.
But we thank count on me. Yep, absolutely. Join in. And mind you, and for those of you that didn't hear the announcement for this trivia, it's gonna be even harder. And thank you, James. We appreciate it.
Always here for you.
The winner of this trivia is going to win a customized Evolution of Pro Wrestling T-shirt.
Yeah, I'll give you guys my shirt.
So we will be.
You guys will really get a custom.
Tell us the color,
custom T-shirt,
and we will make you the brand.
Yeah,
we will make the brand shirt. You just tell us the color.
Yep,
and we will send you of your size. So we're looking forward to you guys being in trivia. Thank you, fans, for watching. For my host, for myself, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling,
and Jay, the Whiz Kid of Pro Wrestling,
and from my lovely producer and wife, Yesenia, producer and director. Thank you for joining us. Tune in for the next 2 weeks for our Evolution of Pro Wrestling trivia show in the Wheel of Evolution. Have a good night, fans.